Welcome to WSN News for February 21st, 2018. My name is Mr. Anderson, and I am the voice of WrittenSiNs. We just finished filming the last rights program. We will have the video for you guys momentarily. Probably at the end of this video, it should be done cooking. Sometimes it takes less time, more time. YouTube, we can't determine, but it is coming, so be excited. Let's go over today's news stories for our site. We just broke the news that a nightmare on Egg Street, something sinister is haunting the dreams of local teens in a nightmare on Egg Street. This is brand new. It's not even been added to the usual spots yet. That's why we're bringing it up now. We just put it in literally minutes ago to the site. Tommy Sharp is here. We're what we usually do, and I wanted to take a moment to just explain the tagging system that we've been improving on. So I'm going to take this opportunity to show you how we tag different things because we've been improving this. Now in the corner there, you guys will see this little area here. This gives us all the different tagging abilities. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to put that into this week tonight. But the way that we've actually been doing it, and it's kind of clever, and I'm going to share it with you guys. I'm gonna go over here and we'll type in Nightmare on Egg Street. What's called Nightmare? IGHT. So we're gonna go to Nightmare. I'm showing you something that you guys don't normally see, and just an idea of it to kind of give you an idea how we do things. So Nightmare on Egg Street. We're gonna go right here. We're gonna edit this one right here. And so here's the cool thing about it, right? And this is why it's interesting. When you're running a site like this, you can see you have a lot of different threads that you go through. We have, I think, 7,500. So to keep track of it and to keep everything running the way we have it running, if you notice the date here is actually listed as 1998. The reason we do that is so that we can keep the list moving. And when we're doing the list today, pay attention to the dates, the years particularly. The actual month and date are actually when the Kickstarter expires, so I can keep track of that. But you'll see it. We just added it to This Week in Indie Comics. It's on live Kickstarter. See, these are the categories that we have tagged, and it's on Kickstarter. And when it gets to Last Rights, it'll be on Last Rights. And the way that that works now that you've seen all that, and this is just like I said, a behind the scenes moment for you guys, is that when you go here to This Week in Indie Comics, and you guys, it wasn't on there, you guys saw I did that. So now we're going to go over here, we're going to hit This Week in Indie Comics, and notice that it's not on the top of the page because the newest things wind up on top. Like we have the Florida Pensacola, which is going to be this weekend. And I don't know why I'm here. I'm going to have to actually add myself in, but I'm going to be somewhere too. So right there, you can see it comes up. Oh, we actually have two of these. We'll have to replace it. Multi-larceny, which to replace it, but it comes right here and it belongs here because this Kickstarter ends the 16th. This one ends the 14th. So that's kind of the idea of what we've been doing with all these different codes and all that. And I've been telling you about it. And remember, you can use the search option too. So when I want to see something for myself, if I'm looking for a thread because I'm missing something here, I'll just do Mr. Anderson and it should pop up. And here it is, the Savannah Comic Con, which I wanted to do. So now I'll come into it. And then the way I get it onto that is this was launched on February 20th this year. So as I add it, and this is also insight for anyone who might want to run a website themselves on how to do certain things. So I don't have This Week in Indie Comics, so now I'm going to add it to This Week in Indie Comics. And you can see how many tags I have for that. So now as I do that and I add it to This Week in Indie Comics, we go back over here, we go to This Week in Indie Comics, and you guys should see, yep, it updated. You guys should see that it instantly went there, and now I'm part of This Week in Indie Comics. And that's kind of the point. That's what we've been doing to you, make it more interactive, make things more connected, easier for us to move things around. So we'll have different lists, and these lists are meant to make your life easier. So now you can see what Kickstarters are live. And remember, we just added in the egg Nightmare on Egg Street, and that is here, A Nightmare on Egg Street. So now it can be in different places by just playing with that one thread. That's why we've been working so hard on this system for the last 6 months, and we're excited to see where it's come along and how it's interacting. And that's one of the biggest stories for us is how we've been improving it, including with our Comic Con Highway. We're showing billboards now. It's getting exciting. And this is all because of the feedback from you guys. Now let's see what are the other stories we're on today on WrittenSiNs.com. We talked about the last rights. Fall in love with the guide you gods, just like Kickstarter has. That's right, Kickstarter has picked it as a project they love. If you have printing needs, check out Dan DeMille and Valor Printing LLC. Want to know what you need printed, and they'll print it for you. As always on the show, we're going to skip over the Kickstarters and talk to them at the end. Talk about them at the end of the program. Ariel S. Vola showing off uh, his skills, amazing art designs, commissions. If you want great art, this is the guy to go to. Check it out today. Julius Gray needs feedback. Will you help him out? Julius did some great art. He wants to know what you think about it. We have a final 3 pages of pencils and inks for Dracula Reborn. This is a coming soon project. Very, very fascinating to see a comic book come alive in our group and the way we've been watching it for the llast few weeks. This is Mountain in the Sky is art out of this has art is out of this world. Mountain in the Sky's Mountain in the Sky art is out of this world. You got to check it out. It is really cool. It was a tongue twister the way I worded it, but I assure you the art is worth the tongue twister. The Black Comics returns hardcover. This is an amazing project we were made aware of. It's on Amazon now. Check it out. It's amazing. You really should get a copy of it. I know I am. Kickstarter Talk episode 7 and 8, double issue, Fetish Assassins and Aliens. Oh my. Check out what's on Kickstarter today. Boston Metaphysical Society Creator Spotlight, Kieran Silva. Now he's been added. There'll be 12 PDFs coming your way if you back Boston Metaphysical Society at least $6. It's not a lot. $6 is a PDF. 44 pages of Boston Metaphysical Society. Now is going to get you almost 200 pages of content. Can't go wrong. Super Cos Views from SuperCon. We had this amazing Wednesday Cos View. Loved it. Absolutely love seeing the Addams Family show up and the Munsters show up at Comic Con and cosplay. The classics. It's good to see they've survived the hands of time. Art of the Day brought us by Anthony Hunter's Lame Brains cover. Check it out. See what's going on with the Lame Brains. The dreaded Dinosaur Man is now on Webtoons, and I love it. Great, great webtoon. Someone had asked me, I was actually Tommy Sharp. He said, do I support webcomics? And yes, I do. And this is proof. I love webcomics. And Patreon helps them get exclusive content for you as fans. And you can actually get some awesome things. Pete Henderson III. It's kind of sad news. When I set up this throwback thread, Pete had not passed away. But since then, he has passed away. We lost him earlier this year. Very sad to say, but he'll always be part of us and he'll always be one of us. Goodbye, Megastore. Hello, Indie Comics. It's the previews catalog. If you want your title added, all we need is the cover, a description, and a link to the site where they can buy it. That's right. We won't want any of your profits as creators. We want to help you sell your comic book by bringing as many comic books as we can to one spot. And for some reason, Kickstarter Talk repeated today. Oh, no, it was from yesterday. It must have just been back to back because of a scheduling issue. Sometimes every so often, there's a misfire in our pre-programming, and I'll just force it through. So that's probably what happened. The final issue in the hardcover special edition. I'm going to be doing a review of this before March 1st. It is a great series. I said it. It should be on Black Mirror. This is coming soon. We're going to be talking about it a lot. We reshot the Kickstarter. We reshot the exits off the Comic-Con highway today. I didn't like my first take on it yesterday. A couple things weren't fully done. We've really done a lot to reamp it. Please take the time to look at it. That's all the stuff that I have for you today. There is some stuff on social media that I integrated. It was kind of slow. I had the opportunity to make some site upgrades. I'm excited about that. We got to do Last Rights today, which we just finished with. So we got a lot of content done, but let's talk about what's going on this week in indie comics. This week in Florida, the exit has Pensacola for Jenny and Barry Gregory. This amazing billboard of theirs. Has them go to Pensacon from the 23rd, I believe. Yeah, Friday the 23rd to Sunday the 25th. Check them out at Pensacola Comic Con. WSN special, it's time to give Wizard World a second look. What do I mean by that? If you haven't read the thread or watched the video in the thread, now is the time to do so and understand the awesomeness that is Wizard World. Time to give last rites to these Kickstarters. This is issue 7, Swords Linings. This was our old issue. This is now going to be removed as we have a brand new issue to take its place. Autism Awareness and Education needs your help to spread their message by getting this cool R4AU Optimus Prime trailer to be able to bring the droid to different cons throughout America safely and without damage. Please support them today on Indiegogo. And speaking of autism awareness is about education and acceptance. Educating the public about acceptance of special needs children and their value. Most autistic children and adults don't communicate or socialize the way typical individuals do. Autism Awareness R4AU attempts to break the barrier and help kids connect. They need a voice. We give them one. They are our future. Buy the R4AU patch and show the world that you support autism awareness today. Supporting Kickstarter only takes a single dollar. $1 can show support, attract attention, help fund projects, support indie creators, and help create new worlds. Kickstarter for the Independent Creator, second edition, a practical and informative guide to crowdfunding by Madeline Holly Rising. We saw her Kickstarter today. It's amazingly well put together. She is definitely someone that you want to be reading up on and reading her ideas on how to make your Kickstarter great. Princess Warrior 1, Cinderella, Snow White, and Heil Cinderella. A cavalry general, a ninja archer, and a dark elf. The first issue with appearances by Cowgirl Ninja Mega Chomp. Sexy is playing with Hot Wheels, going crazy. Ghost Assassins #1, a supernatural crime suspense comic. I see dead people walking around like regular people. They see me too. They have questions, mainly why I killed them. Prospects 1 through 2, print run. 2 mad scientists have fought a 150-year battle within the town of Ridgeville. A 30-year-old slacker must put the stop to them on Kickstarter now. Poppy and Poe #2. This is the new fantastic issue packed with fantastic story by Eric Gagahan and killer cover by Jamie Primack and more. Get it now before the monkey and goth girl are off Kickstarter. Into the Suck comic book issue 2. The highly anticipated second issue of Into the Suck. Ursula found her paycheck by cashing it in. Is the real danger. This is the legacy project for Keith Thomas, who we lost last year. Please, please, please share this, back this, and tell your friends. It's an amazing book. I really do want the world to read it, and we miss Keith Thomas. Ancient Days issue 2 is print copy of issues of issue. Let's start over. Ancient Days issue 2. This is to print copies of the second issue of the 4-part 8-bit cel-shaded action fantasy manga Ancient Days. Boston Metaphysical Society has that awesome reward. Back it for $6 and you get 12 PDF comics from 12 different creators. How amazing is that? The Scourge of the Mechanical Men, Gainesville Woods, and Tesla in a race for time to save Boston from the mysterious disease that turns human beings into machines. 5 seconds, volume 2. What would you do if you could see 5 seconds to the future? How will Jake use this gift to when he meets a girl who can read your thoughts? Impossible Tales. The Last Pit Stop, TPB, a comic series that dares to ask what if Area 51 is in fact a convenience store for aliens. Now collected for all you swells. Crazy 9, a graphic novel anthology riveting comic. Crazy 9 is the new drug on the streets, requiring the ultimate sacrifice in order to gain the power of the subconscious. Simon Blood, Volume 2 is a graphic novel by Giancarlo and Favilla. Multi-Larceny, a sci-fi comic of infinitive potential. Multi-Larceny one-shot is a comic crime story with a science fiction twist. Heroes, victims, villains connected in a race of time and space. Kaiju Gods not only is Kickstarter's project they love, but is an anthology of 14 stories, 180 pages, over 40 creators, all original kaiju content. Mentor Search is the 3rd Kickstarter for Fetish Babies. It's also our 3rd date with the readers. It's time to get freaky. Barbara isn't looking to be saved. She's looking to be taught. But will Bruce say yes from going from savior to mentor? Can Barbara regain her fetish? And every time we do one of these videos, we like to end by thanking our veterans. One of the ways we can thank the veterans is for us to go to Veterans Wife on Facebook to see how we can support our veterans today. Thank you to all the veterans. We truly appreciate your service. We would like to give an extra special thank you to the veterans that don't want to be recognized. The silent, stoic veterans. for the horrors that they have seen in war is to them nothing to be thanked for. They don't put it out there for the world to know, but they are truly struggling for that era, battling their own war here at home. You are not alone. You are loved and appreciated. You will always be a hero, even if you refuse the title. This has been WSN News for February 21st, 2018. If you have news that we need to cover, please send us an email at writtensins@yahoo.com and we'll get it on the show. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Mr. Anderson, and I am the voice of Written Sins.